this video, I will show you how to turn fresh cassava into smooth, clean fufu powder that lasts for months. Let's get started. First, you need fresh cassava tubers. Choose the healthy, firm ones with no black spots or rots. Okay? Now go ahead and peel the cassava with a sharp knife. After peeling, cut the cassava into small chunks for easy processing. After that, wash the cassava. You can wash about 2 or 3 times depending on the condition of the cassava. Next is to transfer the chopped cassava into a clean bowl with a lid. Then pour in enough water to fully cover the cassava. Make sure the water covers it completely. This helps it to ferment properly. Cover the bowl and set it aside in a cool place to ferment for a few days. You will know it's ready when it starts smelling slightly sour and the texture becomes soft and mashable with your hands. Ensure you are changing the water every day. If the smell becomes too strong, hygiene is very important here. Now that the cassava is ready, the next thing to do is to carefully remove it from the water and set it aside for the next step. To separate the fufu paste from the fiber, pour the softened cassava into a bowl and mash it gently with your hands or a spoon to break it up. Then scoop small portions into a fine sieve or mesh strainer placed over another clean bowl. Add a little clean water and begin to press or rub the cassava through the sieve. The soft, starchy paste will pass through, leaving the raw fibers behind. If you don't have a traditional sieve, you can use alternative like clean cheesecloth or a chiffon cloth. Simply pour the cassava into the cloth, add water and squeeze the paste out into a bowl. This process helps you get a smooth, fine paste, which is what you need to make quality fufu powder. Discard the leftover fiber or use it for compost or animal feed. Okay? Period. Let the milky liquid sit undisturbed in a bowl for about 6 to 12 hours. This allows the starch to settle at the bottom while the water flows on top. After it is settled, gently pour out the top water without disturbing the paste at the bottom. You can repeat this process 2 to 3 times to purify the starch further. Once you have collected the smooth cassava paste, pour it into a clean sack or a muslin bag. To remove excess water, we hang the sack on a strong tree branch, or you can use any elevated support and allow it to drain naturally for a few hours. This helps most of the water drip out gently. After that, place the sack on a flat surface and set a heavy object like a large stone, mortar or a wooden press on top of it. This helps to squeeze out any remaining moisture completely, leaving you with a thick, compact paste ready for drying. Now scoop out the thick paste and spread it in a tray or clean cloth under the sun to dry. The drying process can take up to 2 to 3 days depending on the weather. You can use your oven or dehydrator to achieve this. Next step is to grind the dry crumbs into a smooth powder. You can use a dry mill, blender, food processor or take it to your local grinder. If you know you don't have a powerful blender that can withstand the pressure. After grinding the dried cassava, sieve it to get a super fine powder. This removes any rough particles and gives you a smooth, clean fufu powder that cooks easily without any lumps. And there you have it, homemade fufu powder just like that. You can store it in an airtight container or a Ziploc bag. Store in a cool, dry place. It can last up to 6 months or more if stored properly. To prepare your fufu powder is very easy. Pour your desired amount of fufu powder into a clean bowl. Add room temperature water little by little and stir until it forms a smooth, lump-free paste like pap or custard consistency. Boil water in a pot. Once boiling, reduce the heat slightly. Pour the dissolved fufu paste into the pot slowly while stirring continuously to avoid lumps. Stir quickly as it begins to thicken. You can add more dry powder if you feel it is not thick enough. If it's too thick, add a little hot water. Then keep turning until you form a stretchy, smooth swallow. And just like that, you have made for yourself the best homemade dry fufu flour. Thanks so much for watching until this time. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share this video with someone who loves fufu. Until next week, when I will be coming again with another beautiful and interesting video. God bless you and bye.